What is up, my friends, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing everyone's favorite build, including my favorite build, but as Protoss, and I am indeed talking about the double upgrade rush. Now, is this going to be as good with Protoss, or even better or worse? I have absolutely no idea, but we're going to try it out, and I'm very excited to do so. I think Zealots with 3-3 sound incredibly menacing if going up against, 1-1 units or whatever ridiculous other... Actually, with Protoss, you can get them even faster because of chrono boost. But I still don't think I'm going to break my record of having 3-3 against +1. If I break that, I mean, that would be absolute insanity. I would imagine we're going to have some 3-3 against 1-1 scenarios. Against just +1, definitely not. Maybe 2-1 a couple times. But yeah, very excited for this one. Let's see if this build is as epic with Protoss as it was with Terran. Obviously, I'm also planning to do the Zerg version. In fact, the Zerg version, I think I'm going to enjoy a lot because I am not very good with regular Zerg games, and I feel like that's kind of a... It's like a gateway from like an Omega cheeser to playing macro by doing some kind of freaking cheesy upgrade rush, you know? So I'm actually quite excited for that. But let's focus on this one for now. Now, as you guys can see, different background. I am back in my apartment here in Mexico. For the people that didn't know, I usually live 50-50 the Netherlands and Mexico. And for the people that are worried, because I'm sure there will be a couple, I do live in the area that is affected by the cartel violence and stuff right now. But we are safely inside, and we have already been able to do groceries, and people are already out on the streets and stuff, so we're all good. But yeah, it was pretty much a little scary one day. We were low on water, but we had enough food, but now everything is okay, so no worries to be had. And now I can get back to happily torturing the NA ladder instead of the EU ladder. One of my favorite things to do. I need the pylon. Oops. Okay. Hopefully that's not me. I've been having a couple of lags here and there. Yeah, no, it does look like it is me, and that's a bit annoying, actually. Okay. It's been the weird annoying lag. You guys could see it, right? Like, normally if you lag, it's like you disconnect for both players, if that makes sense. And then no one gets... Oh, that's... Yeah, the pylon was indeed a bit late. That's a painful chrono boost. And then no player gets an advantage, but that's the kind of lag where it just... it keeps playing and I can't see it. So that could, potentially be problematic, but I guess we'll see. Okay, so the plan is... one Oracle. I could do one Void Ray too, but I think one Oracle is better. One Oracle into... Triple Nexus Double Forge. That's the idea. The reason why I want one Oracle is because if you make one Oracle, you can get away with so much greed against Zerg, okay? Because Zerg doesn't really have anti-air early on. So if you have one Oracle, especially with energy recharge, you can defend 100 lings at your third base, and it's incredibly annoying for them. There's going to be 3 Adepts. Let's see if I can get a little bit of scouting with that one. This Adept's going to go over here. I don't even know if I want to chrono boost the Oracle, to be honest. Am I going to do this? I'm a little crazy, so let's go for it. Probably going to shade out. Oh, that was a misfire, actually, by me. My bad. There's another set of lings as well, surprisingly. Barely going to escape, I think. Eee! Very barely, okay. Can't believe I said that so confidently when it escaped on freaking 3 HP. Okay. You go over here. Then I'll probably make a pylon first so I don't get supply blocked too hard. I'm going to lose one more Adept, I believe. Indeed. Oracle hasn't been chrono boosted. Just going to keep it over there. Oh, this is actually very low HP. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying. I'll just keep my Oracle at home. And then after this, I'm going to make my double forge. And I feel like this should be a surprisingly legit build order. I think it's not going to die. Oh, barely. Okay. I'm going to keep it activated for a little bit to see if I can find additional links. Doesn't look like it. And then I'm just going to go back to keeping it here. So we're going double forge, Twilight after. One Oracle only. And you know what? I'm even going to chrono boost my probes one more time. I know it looks a little psychotic, but, I got to do what I got to do, guys. Okay. I'm really enjoying this already. I had a game before where I had an Oracle with like, I want to say 50 kills because I only made just one. And then the Zerg I was playing in kept link flooding my third. And I just kept recharging the Oracle, turning it on again. Now sadly for me, it doesn't look like he is attacking. So that is not going to be as satisfying. I'm going to warp in 2 Stalkers. Just so I can prevent him from scouting my double forge. It's not the biggest deal ever, but I feel like a really good all-in should be able to kill that. Now, would he be able to do that reactively? I think probably not, but still. Now, I do think 4 gas should be enough. I got 2 Stalkers now. Actually, I'm going to put down 1 Stasis Ward over here, and then I'll go across. And then I'm planning to go for 6 Gate Blink Stalkers. Probably get... I do think I need Charge at some point. That would be, you know, using it to the max. Those couple links were a little bit suspicious, so hopefully there's not more of a link flood behind that. There's a gas there. That is probably not too suspicious, right? Now, it looks like I have a lot of gas, but to be honest, I'm going to spend 400 on charge plus 2-2 as well. So, let's see. It's actually pretty efficient if you micro it properly. Oh no, my stasis ward. Yeah, I didn't really want that to get popped, but it's okay. Now, I'm going to go for a 4th base, but I'm going to take it in a Psycho location, so he might not scout it right away. I'm gonna get charged after this. Do I need anything else here to make sure I don't die? Probably not. I think we're okay for now. There is a 4th base. Doesn't have any workers on it yet. There's a Roach War in here, which obviously to be expected. And make sure to Chrono Boost the 2nd Forge as well, so my upgrades don't get too far apart. I'm gonna make a Templar Archives, mostly just so... After I make my upgrades, I might end up warping like a crap ton of Zealots instead of Stalkers. I will have enough, or I will have something to spend my gas on, pretty much. That's it. And we haven't been attacked yet, which is great. Upgrades are going absolutely ham. How many probes do I want? I think probably about 70 or something like that. Still scouting. I'm just going to activate it because I'm annoying. Sorry, I just like being annoying to people. That probably didn't do anything for me. It's literally just annoying. Like, I wasn't exaggerating. That's actually just the only thing that did. Okay, so now I get a pylon over here. Oh, actually, that's a way better placement for the gateways if I do it that way. Maybe I can move across a little bit. I only have 1 stasis ward, so that really is not a lot, but I feel like it should be okay. Let's warp in another round of dudes over here. I don't have 2-2 yet, keep that in mind, so my upgrade advantage is actually not massive. It feels like it would be massive, but it's actually not massive yet, right? Because, yeah, I mean, 1-1 is great, but 2-2 is obviously going to be way more impactful. There we go, a couple of gateways, so we're going to go up to 10 now, which is nice. Probably take the base in the middle. Could clear a little bit of creep, I think that's a decent idea. I think I missed the most forward creep tumor there. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay, so he's going for Hydras. I'm gonna have to be careful because Hydras could mean Lurkers, and Lurkers are unpleasant if you only make gateway units. I'm about to have 2-2. He has 0-0. That is exactly what you want. Maybe I can probably bait this link so I can still make the Nexus. Exactly, there you go. Now he's gonna see that Nexus. He's gonna be very surprised seeing that, I'm sure. Then I'm gonna warp in a bunch of Zealots over here, send them to this base. Okay, I think I probably killed something. I'm gonna start 3-3, keep Chrono boosting that. This build actually feels... It's really funny that my Twilight upgrades are so late, by the way. Because the upgrades are really fast, but I spent every single Chrono boost on that, so the Twilight upgrades are extremely slow. This build feels surprisingly legit, to be honest. I can't lie about it. It actually feels quite good. There's a lot of links here. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to blink backwards instantly. I could even already tell there that my Stalkers are just not going to take a whole lot of damage from this. Now I am going to make a Robo. Let's warp in a couple Zealots over here. A couple Pylons as well. There are the Lurkers. Then make sure to kill these Lurkers. Now I still can. There we go. Okay. The Zealots are trading insanely well. 2-2 against freaking 0-0, by the way. Okay, and now we dodge the Lurkers. Oh, they're so strong, guys. Okay, can I actually do this? It's pretty psycho, but I think we actually can get away with that. Here we go. Let's click those into the next base. I have an Oracle here, too. I'm going to be able to... Look at this. Wait, guys, we're winning this fight. Wait, how did that... Didn't I revelate those just now? I guess I must have missed it. Yeah, I mean, he can chase me. As soon as I get Revelation, he's got to lose every single Lurker, I think. Because the upgrades are just so crazy on these. Let's Chrono boost these one more time. I have more Zealots coming into the next base. Let's warp some more over here. Let's get a Prism into the main base. This is an absolutely brutal Zealot counterattack. Upgrades, looking fantastic. Halfway to 3-3. These Zealots did really, really well. Could have treated them with a little bit more respect there, I think, so they would have lived longer. Now, does he have a 5th base? I think probably not. I do want to start building a couple of cannons, so I don't get like one lurk in my mineral line owning stuff. That's really, really annoying when that happens. Okay, I'm just chilling here for now. I'll probably warp in a round of Stalkers, I think, so I can camp his yeah, exit, entrance, whatever we want to call it, a little bit better. I think that's nice. 3-3 is about to finish 10 minutes in. It's actually, it's about as fast as my Terran 3-3, even though I started it way later just because I have the freaking chrono boost, you know? And I think that's the first time he actually finds that base, so that is pretty funny. Gonna warp in a bunch of zealots over here. This prism is gonna go into the main and be incredibly annoying. Hey, look at this. Yeah, it's beautiful. There's 5 lurkers that are going to be denied. That is really, really nice. He's losing so many over there. My zealots are going to annihilate these lings because I have 3-3. It's not even close. It's legitimately not even close. That is hilarious. Look at that. Okay, so it looks like he's going to go for a bit of a counter. I'm going to get a couple more gateways here. Good thing I made a cannon over there. That is great. That cannon is probably just going to win, but I'm going to pull the workers anyway. Let's go for a little bit of a revelation there. Should be able to deal with those lurkers because my upgrades... Like, it's actually mental. Wait, we did get 3-3 against... It's actually the exact same. There, look at this. Like, these units are not supposed to win, but it's not even close. Stalkers actually look so broken with up 5 upgrades. That is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Zealots in the main. Haven't even hotkeyed all of my gateways, not even the next ones I've made. I think I made another warp prism as well. Kind of just on autopilot. Oh yeah, I was chilling right there. This entire main base is swarmed. 3-3 units everywhere. Now there's legitimately a chance that we had 3-3 against 0-0 for a second. I mean, that's literally... That's an unbeatable record, right? We can't do better than that, quite literally. Now, he's trying to send units everywhere. He's absolutely shocked at how everything is dying. Units lost double, while making Zealot Stalker only against Hydra Lurker. Try to beat that, guys. Now, let's see if we actually did beat that record, because that would have been absolutely epic. 3-3 against +1. Did it finish? No, it was finished for a while. Okay, so 3-3 finished about... halfway through +2, and that's not even including armor upgrades, by the way, as you can see. Absolutely beautiful game, fantastic warm-up game. This build actually looked amazingly strong. Now, I would imagine that it was going to look strong if we're not going to get attacked, because it is a greedy playstyle. Fantastic warm-up game. Let's go to game number 2. Okay, the second game is against a Grandmaster Protoss. Now, this is undoubtedly going to be the hardest matchup to make this happen in. PvP is very, very cheesy, very aggressive. And I'm somehow going to have to fit 2 forges in a build order, which is really not going to be easy. Now, I do think we have to go for a 2-gate expand. There's pretty much 2 ways to go about PvP, right? Well, 3 ways. You 1-gate expand, you 2-gate expand, or you all in. Or if you're me, you go for a 3-gate expand, but, you know, might want to leave that just to me. It's one of those do not try at home. Actually, no, that one is pretty sick. I have way more do not try at home builds than that one. I mean, just the other day, I built spawning pools in my natural, right? So what am I talking about? Okay. How do I wall this off? I saw a new idea that I kind of wanted to try, which I really liked. So proxy robo is super common right now in PvP. So what I saw someone do, I think it was Showtime that did it, one of the best Protoss players in the world. He walled with 2 pylons, so like pylon here, instead of building the gateways in the wall. And I don't know if it's good at all, but I just like the idea. Because I thought the idea was that if you get Proxy Robo all in, what happens is... If ever gateway over here, the Immortal War Prism Stalker combo kills it from the low ground. And then you lose a big part of your production. If it's only pylons, it's a little easier to deal with, right? So that's why I really like that. So I'm just going to try it. In case we get Proxy Robo, it actually doesn't happen to me very often, but... Yeah, you never know. Okay, so this looks like a 1-gate build. Then I should probably delay the Nexus as much as I can, right? Stand over here for a little while. Get my Cybernetics core. Slightly late, actually, because I chrono boosted my probe a bit early, I guess. Okay. And then depending on... I wouldn't mind going for some Adepts as well. I feel like Adepts could be nice. A little bit of early harassment to set me up for the double forge follow-up, right? That sounds pretty cool to me. Okay. Probe is over here. I looked to me like he was checking if I was not blocking him so he could build the Nexus. And then he moved away very suspiciously, right? Where did he go? Like, normally you would think it's a proxy, but he kind of looked like he wanted to take a 3rd base. Or sorry, a natural... Yeah, he did! Wow! Okay, I mean, that is something that... I was gonna say you don't see very often. You never see that in PvP, okay? This build is pretty strange. 1 gate is late and the chrono boost 1. I'm very tempted to build a pylon in his base. I know it's dumb. Don't do it. Okay, don't do it. I beat my intrusive thoughts this time. The reason why I shouldn't do it is because then my build is going to be ruined. And he will probably find it anyway. Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously I would have brought the probe back, right? So it's not the exact same scenario, but would have been a good chance that he would find it. So now we go double sentry. If we see him move across, we get a battery. If we don't see him move across, we skip the battery. In any case, I'm going to get my double forge really fast. I don't want to shade yet because I might run into his stalkers. Oh, actually, he's moving across with everything? Wait, we'll watch this, guys. Oh, the body block. He's crazy with it. And let's see what Mr. Guy has over here. Oh, he failed it. Oh, that is nice. Now, I do need to make a battery over there for sure. Hey, this one is gonna die. He's still chrono boosting his freaking... gateway, which is insane. Please! Oh, not from downtown. Okay, second forge over here. Then, those stalkers are not all real. That much is obvious. It's kind of hard to tell which one is real, though, unfortunately for me. Okay, there we go. It's going to be a pretty nice force field over here. Okay, let's move this back. Then we will be able to tell, I guess. Okay. Did I force field that? Oh, that's a bad force field, actually. Oopsie. Okay, then we're going to go down to the low ground over here, so our battery stays alive. Let's kill that first, because that's an actual real unit. There we go. Good force field. Should be able to block him, I think. Looked pretty decent, actually, indeed. Now, did he see the double forge? I don't think he did, actually. Now, I have a battery over here, so that's going to make this really quite nice for me. He's very brave for being here, by the way, because I have units over here as well. Yeah, it is very nice. Look at this trade. Wow, beautiful. And I got double forge behind it, too. Really not bad. Now, I'm going to go for the Twilight Council right away. I think that the smartest thing for me to do is to not go for the third base and just kind of sit on two bases for a while. Pretty similar to how it works in TVP, right? When I do the double upgrade rush. I mean, I think if I take another base, I'm just going to die. Like, I just think there's no way I'm going to defend that. So I'm going to go for the Chrono Boost. I'm going to get a Hallucinated Phoenix as soon as this guy gets... Well, one of the guys gets 75 energy. And then I feel like we should be in an okay spot. I mean, I killed some workers. Maybe like 5 or so. I don't remember exactly how many. He lost all of his units. He had to take his... Well, he didn't have to, but he did. Took his natural in downtown, making rallying probes more inefficient. So I feel like I can afford it to be stuck on 2 bases for a little bit. Now, the main problem is, I guess, maybe I should not chrono boost my upgrades here. I saw something. What was that? Okay. Looks like he's gearing up for another attack. Should be ready for this, to be honest. I don't know. It kind of depends on how committed he is. He's still rallying stalkers across, which is a little bit crazy. He could go for a blink into the main, which I would really not enjoy. He does have a fully saturated base. Okay, let's see if he has the third base building as well. Not building. Ooh, okay. That is very suspicious. Let's see. Third gateway, fourth gateway. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell exactly. I mean, he could totally blink it to my base. That is the scariest part here. I only have 2 gateways too, which is really not that much. Here, let me try to send a Phoenix over here. See if I can see exactly where his army is positioned. For now, we seem to be perfectly fine. So basically, he has 2 more gateways. I have 2 to 4 more upgrades. And my third base is going to be later, right? So it really depends on how you view each advantage. Now, my base is saturated, so I can chrono boost the forges again. Let's see. Third base only just started. That is really not a fast third base by any means. Still no forge, by the way. Okay, I mean, we're going to be up 2-2 against... That's going to be insane. Another gateway over there. Okay, we're going to be up 2-2 against 0-0. So if we don't take a really bad fight, that should be pretty good for us. I'm going to put a pylon down there. Not yet convinced if I actually want to take the base yet, though. I feel like I should wait for 2-2, to be honest. Like, maybe it's a little bit too scared, but I feel like I should. Like, it's easy to feel like you're in the advantage, and I feel like I might very well be. But half my advantage is the 2-2 that's in production, so I don't actually have it, right? Now, should I go for the Robo, or I think I can just keep warping in units for now, to be honest. I wouldn't even be surprised if going to 3-3 is the best play here, right? Like, you just straight up wait all the way until you're maxed with 3-3. Okay. This guy really likes hallucinating stuff. I do have Blink. 2-2 is barely not finished, unfortunately, for me. I'm going to go for a slow warp in over here. I mean, my units are already trading so much. Look how well my units are trading, guys. Like, this fight didn't look very pleasant for us, but in the end, it's gonna actually be favorable. Now, it really sucks that that was a slow warp in, to be honest. That really cost me a lot. Maybe I should have just warped in here. I wanted to go for, like, a surround kind of thing, you know? Instead, I guess it wasn't super meaningful. Let's try to get those back to the batteries. There we go. Okay, I should be able to kill every single Stalker here, I think. If I focus fire well, there we go. There's more units over here. Now I do actually have my 2-2. That's not gonna die. He's probably shocked at why my units aren't dying, to be honest. Oh, the micro was good, guys. The micro was good there. Lovely. Okay. Now, I should take my 4th base now, for sure. Let's blink after those one more time. Not gonna be able to... Oh, this is nice. And now I have 2-2 against... Should I even take the base? I mean, the trades are gonna be so sick, right? Up 4 upgrades. I don't know if he can really catch... Wait, guys, I don't think he saw... Did he not see my base, guys? I think he might have... Look at these. It's up 4 upgrades. I don't think he realizes that... Because he saw the warp in from below. I don't think he realized that... Oh my god, it's actually crazy. No, this is going to be so beautiful. He's going to get cooked, guys. I know it doesn't look spectacular, but the upgrades, guys, trust me, the upgrades are going to go so ham. Also super, super good against probes, of course, because probes do very little damage. Do I have a blink for that? Barely, not in time, unfortunately. He's trying to micro back, but down 4 upgrades, it is a very big task, and a double upgrade rush is apparently gonna take another matchup as victim. Now, I do need to be careful saying that, because he does have a couple of units. You know what? I'm gonna start my 3-3 behind this, just in case I need it. But here we go. Now I have a lot of Stalkers. That's gonna get 1 shot. That's gonna get 1 shot. Let me kill that one real quick before it warps in. There we go. And this guy has no idea what the heck just happened to him. GG is called, and the upgrade rush does it freaking again. Now let's look at the supplies here. That's what I'm very curious about. So, oh my god. Guys, we're actually down a significant amount of units as well, by the way. We're down 20 supply as this fight starts, okay? We have extra upgrades. Only 2 extra upgrades, right? Because 2-2 didn't finish yet. Slow warping was painful. And then after this, look at this. Okay, so the trades at the end are really good, right? At the end of this fight, we were still down about 20 supply, and we're down a whole base, and we are down 2 gateways. Did I build those already? Yeah, I did build this already. Okay, so they're barely not finished. Okay, so they're still gateways, right? So same on the gateways. I'm down a full base and I'm down 21 supply. Then he keeps rallying into me because for him it looks like he has 5 Stalkers against 5 Stalkers, 6 against 5. But he just loses everything because the upgrades are so brutal. At this point, he's still up in supply. But 6 gates with 2-2. I mean, you're just not going to beat it when you're on 0-0. Now, I'm not sure if he realized I didn't have this base. Why on earth, first of all, would it take a 4th? And this is not just about the upgrades. Why would you take this one of all bases? This one is out of the way. This one is out of the way. Maybe he was trying to be very sneaky, but that's another amazing dub for the upgrade rush. Let's go to game number 3. Game 3 is going to be against a Grandmaster Terran, one of each matchup. That is absolutely perfect. Now, I didn't remember that my MMR is so brutally high on the NA server. It actually takes me a really long time to queue. I don't know what the Grandmaster ladder is like, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was top 5 on the ladder with this MMR. And now we're going to have to torture this poor Grandmaster with our upgrades. Now, let's see. Against Terran, I think the Zealot... Actually, you know what, guys? I think, and this sounds crazy, because I'm making double upgrades, it sounds crazy. I think I can play 2 gas only. Because against Terran, basically the way you play is... Like against Protoss and against Zerg, you both want a crap ton of Stalkers, basically. Against Terran, it doesn't really work like that. Against Terran... You make a group of Stalkers, let's say 10 or 12. Those Stalkers, you keep them alive forever. So basically you fight with Zealots, and then as soon as the Zealots are gone, you back off, right? So if you play well, which most good Protoss players do, me, I'm not sure yet, but most good Protoss players do, you only need to warp in, let's say 15 Stalkers at the most, okay? Throughout the entire game. That is obviously assuming that the game is going reasonably well for you. Then I think you can probably do it on 2 gas. Maybe it should be 3 gas, but I think there's a chance that we can actually do this off just 2, which would be amazing. Now, first things first, when you play against Terran, you have to make sure that you don't die to some annoying cheese, because Terran players love cheesing. I wonder whose fault that is. He's gonna lose that. Oh, that repair micro! Yo! I was sorry. I wasn't familiar with your game. Oh my goodness. That was beautiful. Oh, the juke! Oh, the juke! Oh, okay, that was close. Almost. Probably could have escaped there. If the micro was slightly better, I could have. Hey, that repair micro was awesome. What he did, I'm not sure if you guys noticed. he repaired just one tick, because an SCV dies perfectly to a probe, right? Because it has a multiple of 5 HP. 45 in this case. So he just repaired it for 1 HP so I wouldn't kill it and I had to run away. That's awesome. Respect. That's absolutely awesome. Now, I'm not going to be able to scout. In fact, I didn't see if he's playing single gas or double. I kind of imagine that it's a single gas because I feel like I probably would have picked up an SCV over here, but I was also not really focused on it, so kind of hard to tell. Now, there's 2 ways for this build. I'm going to go Twilight first for sure, but do I go Forges before Twilight? I mean, I think I'm going to make Twilight first. I'll play Twilight, 2 Gateways, skip the Robo, okay? And then go double Forge. That is the play. Now, I do need to make Blink. Blink is really, really necessary against Terran to defend early on. You can do it without, but most of the time when you do it without, it's because you're playing Robo. Because in that case, you have perfect vision. So it's easy to position your Stalkers correctly, right? If you're playing without vision and without Blink, it's going to be pretty tough. Now, it seems like there's no Reaper, or it would have shown up already. There's 2 cars. Am I scared of 2 cars? The answer is not really, to be honest. Maybe I should be, I don't know. The other's gonna be annoying. I can put it here as well. So, the first car is gonna die very, very fast. That's a problem. There we go. If it wouldn't have, that would have been a different story. But as it stands, it's gonna die pretty fast. Gonna kill that SCV as well. That's extremely nice. Probably can lose only 2 workers if I micro this properly. Oh, well, he actually did it for me, so that's nice. There we go. That's gonna die now. Now, he did make 2 more cars, so I do need to keep that in mind. I think chrono boosting workers is the best play. And in fact, I'm already gonna make the double forge over it. I swear my base looks like an AI's base right now. This does not look like a well planned out base, but that's okay. Now, what I have to be afraid of really is just Cloak Banshee, I think. The other stuff, I mean, I feel like I'm safe enough. I actually made a lot of Hellions. Okay, is that a perfect block? It's barely not a perfect block, unfortunately. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just micro these probes, so they're pretty much always at least slightly split. So he's gonna lose more, else he can walk into the main very easily. Yeah, I mean, since he made 6 Hellions, I actually think we're still fine. I'm still scared of the Cloak Banshee. That's the thing I'm scared of, really. Not much else. Now, I think I'm just gonna have to take the risk here. I'm gonna go across, and if he goes for Cloak Banshee, then I think we are screwed. I could make cannons, but I also don't really have the money for it. So what my plan is to just do a lot of damage with these guys. And not warp in Stalkers for a little while, okay? And then just get these upgrades out. That's the idea. If it's something that's not a Cloaked Banshee coming from the skies, then we should also still be fine. Let's see, is there a tank yet? Okay. Oh, he's playing mad. He's playing like me out here, guys. Oh my goodness. He actually kind of missed that EMP, unfortunately. That would have been beautiful. Okay. This is a Mark build, all right? That's for sure. Okay. So we're actually going to change the strategy here, because the strategy is going to change towards being Blink Stalkers again, because he's playing freaking Mass Car. How do I want to wall this, actually? Guess I probably should not be taking... I could kind of do it like this. I think that's alright. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, I could make Zealots against the guy making Mass Hellions, but that's probably not exactly what you want to be doing. Now, since we saw the Ghost, it's definitely not going to be Banshees. If it still is, then that is an actual certified Mark build. That would be pretty freaking insane. Let's start chrono boosting these upgrades. I still want to stay on 2 gas. Like, Zealots are going to be really good anyway, unless it's like proper full-on mech, you know? Like, let's say he's going to go for mass Blue Flame Hellions. Yeah, then of course we're not going to want to make a million Zealots. But if he's going to go into tanks or whatever, I don't know. I can kind of see, even against Cyclones, I think it would actually be alright. But I guess we'll see. Still 2 gases for now. That is a lot of cars. Should I wait for 1-1 to fight against that many cars? The answer is probably. Let's see. Can I dodge the EMP? That would be fantastic if I could. I can actually split these already a little bit, just so he can't EMP them all. This looks so dumb. I don't think I've ever split for this reason before, which just sounds insane. Look at this. I'm literally splitting so he can't EMP my Stalkers in the early game. Okay, the splits are good so far. Looks like he's probably going to try to get an EMP off soon. Okay, I didn't even hear that. Once again, not hearing the freaking nuke alert. And let me walk back here real quick, just so I can take a decent fight. And here we go. Should be good enough here, I think. Good EMP there, though, for sure. Maybe I can actually... Oh, look at that. Blink away with these. Okay. Actually, pretty good micro over here. Let's make sure to target down that ghost before he gets some more EMPs off. The problem is that I'm running out of gas a little bit, right? And I don't mean that figuratively, like I'm running out of steam. No, I'm actually running out of gas here. Shouldn't be able to chase me, I think. In fact, he's going to be locked in pretty nicely here. I blinked with that. He's still making more Hellions. This looks pretty all into me, actually. Can I surround them? Pretty decently, actually. The moment he runs away, you want to split them a little bit. All right. Chrono Boost my 2-2, because obviously I am still building 2-2. What else would you build? I'm pretty happy that he's fighting me down here, by the way. Would have been way scarier if he went for the probes in the main mineral line, I think. Because he is going to lose these Hellions to these Stalkers, especially with the upgrades. Look at this. Okay, I can probably blink that one out again. Just trying to get in one more time. That is going to be a little bit blocked. I'm actually making probes from this. That is not entirely the right idea, I think. There we go. When is my 2-2 going to finish? Sometime soon, I would hope. The micro is still good, and we are going to save a lot of Stalkers on low HP. And let's see if I can target one of these Hellions down right away. If you can get him down to 2 Hellions, it's 10 times less scary instantly. Because 2 Hellions don't one-shot probes. Let's see. I should probably migrate these workers over here. Now, economically, we are in an absolutely terrible position. There's no doubt about it. But I do have my 2-2 upgrades. Should I go for a blink here? Probably. It's going to be a pretty okay trade here, I think. Just need to make sure that we keep chrono boosting my probes, to be honest. That really is about it. There we go. Like, at some point, this it becomes not the biggest deal. Because, like, I already don't have a lot of probes, and he's not really getting too much value for them. So now I have 2-2 on these Stalkers. I think it's probably a really good time to relax a little bit on building Stalkers and upgrades as well. See, this is good. Woo! I mean, that's a... He's running away. Okay, I mean, there's going to be 2 ghosts that I can kill relatively comfortably. Look at that. There we go. Has to go for 2 EMPs. He probably does have Hellions somewhere, right? Else he wouldn't be here. Now, these Stalkers I actually kind of want to save. Oh, I'm kind of surprised that I got all of them there. That actually surprised me a little bit. Not bad. I don't know what you're doing here. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Okay. Oh, he found me. Force field. Definitely going to help. Did save 2 of those Stalkers, actually. It's pretty nice. Okay. So we already resaturated this base. The natural, that is. Not the 3rd base yet, of course. Make a pylon over here. And just keep making bases non-stop. That's the idea. Okay, pretty decent split there for sure. Let's get this one out of the way. Now, he's going to start trading really... Like, this is not just a completely split set of Stalkers. It is also 2-2 against 0-0. This is not pleasant for him. Really, it is not. Let me just blink in those Hellions to make it more complicated. Chrono boost these again. Now, I am extremely surprised that we have been able to stabilize here, to be honest, because, I mean, 2-2 obviously helps a lot, but I really felt like at some point, I think a lot of players would have just left. I, had some faith there. Now, surprisingly, guys, we haven't been able to start 2-2, or sorry, 3-3, but we have been able to warp in Stalkers all this time. They're just gonna try fighting. Oh, this is not gonna be a pleasant fight, that is for sure, guys. 2-2 Stalkers. Keep in mind, very, very good against SCVs over here. Gonna blink this back. He has a freaking Thor. Can I... Ooh, you can do that. Okay, that's pretty nice. Do I need something else against the Thor? I think the answer is actually no, surprisingly. Okay, I killed something there. I can't believe he's moving out with that Thor right now. That is actual insanity, by the way. I'll show you guys why. That's why. I think I found the weakness to moving out with the Thor. Oh, these 3-3 Stalkers are going ham. My opponent had such a cool freaking strategy, by the way, but I think in the end, I'm still not sure he's going to be able to come out of this alive, to be honest. Let's warp in a couple more Stalkers over here. It's a lot of mules he has. I wonder how many bases he has. Either he forgot to mule or he has like 7 orbitals. Because that is pretty... You guys see how many freaking mules there were on there? Okay, now we bait the Hellbats, and then we go for the Thor again. Thor should die on the 3rd volley. And then we back off. Hellbats are very scary when you're standing in them. When you find your way out, all of a sudden they're not that scary anymore. Do I need more gateways? The answer is probably. Now this time I'm not going to dive on the Thor right away. He was quite ready with his SCVs there as well. Now let's go up to 4 gas. Gonna take a 5th base here. I feel like this is a really good lesson in Protoss, by the way, because the situation was honestly crap for me. But what you can do with Protoss is you can always just kind of survive on the minimum, and then, if you have the opportunity, you can triple chrono boost those probes, and that's how you get out of the hole, basically, right? If you you know, keep being in danger, then that's obviously a different story. But if you can survive, even stabilize a little bit, if you know for a fact they don't have units, you can go for a triple chrono boost. Actually, that's pretty cool. I did that on the minimap. You go for a triple chrono boost on the probes, and then all of a sudden, you're kind of back in the game. I have 72 workers now. Like, it's quite a lot here. He's doing the same thing again. That's why I'm going to chrono boost my probes again. There's also a really big weakness of playing mech against Protoss, is that if you sacrifice Hellions all the time, which is the best thing that you can do as mech, normally speaking, right? Sacrificing Hellions for workers. Protoss can just rebuild the workers so fast that it doesn't even really end up being that worth it. Like, I have freaking 3-3 on the way. Now I'm gonna get a Robo out here. My guy does have a lot of Thors. Okay, gonna keep that in mind. It's a little scary. Still feel like my 3-3 Zealots are gonna make short work of that, but I guess we'll see. Oh, he's gonna move across. Okay. You want to be a little careful. Actually, I'm gonna go for those Widow Mines here. Widow Mines are gonna be a little annoying against... I got it right? I did get it, yeah. They're gonna be a little bit annoying against... Oh, wait. Can I? Okay, let's make sure that goes back. Then this goes on the counter. I think yeah, I'll go for that, actually. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get that, to be honest, but I went for it anyway. Okay. And what I need is a couple more gateways, and we need to buy some time, so 3-3 finishes. Let's make sure to kill this base over here. I'm just going to run away. I'm actually going to click those over there to that base. Probably kill the orbital, I think. Okay, no, he's going to come back with those SCVs. Make sure to make pylons. What should I make? Should I make Immortals? I mean, actually, yeah, Immortals would go pretty hard with 3-3, to be honest, so I probably should. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he baited him back a little bit. That is great. Now I have this base over here, so we're still on very superior eco. 3-3 is going to finish very shortly, but not yet. I refuse to fight before we have 3-3, okay? I absolutely refuse. There is no way that we're going to do it. 3-3 is going to finish now. Maybe I can move away with these, actually. This should be a pretty decent trade, I think. Oh, wait, that's crazy what he did. Okay, he really wanted to use those, I think. Now, I lost the pylon, so I can't warp in for now, which is annoying. I was gonna fight this. Oh, I need those pylons to finish now. I have my freaking 3-3, but I can't warp in right now. Please finish, Mr. Pylon. Okay. Let's try to kite some of these Hellbats back. What are his upgrades? Hey, we actually did it, by the way. 3-3 against 0-0. That's great. Okay, I think we're gonna run away with these. Yeah, we're just gonna run away. Counterattack is a good idea. Okay, here we go. Probably actually warp in right now before those pylons die. Exactly. Here we go. So now we're on this base. You guys can go back. Let's try to catch up. That is kind of the wrong way, my friend. Okay. So this entire base is dead. And now he's probably gonna just go for my base, it seems like. Let's see. Oh, he actually came back. Is that just one Thor? Oh, those are not that good against Zealots, brother. 3-3 Zealots against the Thors. Oh, that's gonna be painful. Good target fire, though, for sure. I'm not sure why he scanned. Did he think I was doing so much damage that I must have had DTs or something? Maybe. Can I get this? This is the most tryhard thing ever. Please! Oh, no, I didn't get it. Oh, that's painful. That is extremely painful, actually. Thank goodness I have these workers over here. Okay. Now let's try to blink in the Hellions so he can't escape. Mine with this base, with all of my workers. Probably have a couple in the main base that I can use. Now, at this point, it's kind of hard to tell what we should be doing here, right? You should definitely go across with these Stalkers. I do have a third base building. Now, I was about to be Omega rich, but now, since all that happened, I now have 1 million gateways and I'm not actually that rich anymore. Okay, so he's gonna go for an attack on my base. That means that I can pretty comfortably counterattack, I think. Let's kill that. And then we're gonna go for these stores. Make sure to blink in so the repair is difficult. There we go. That is going to die. Then we run away with these. That's another 2 Thors dying, which is absolutely massive news. And now we should be able to kind of just break through, I think. That's an orbital from the main base, I think. So we're going to be able to kill that relatively simply. Maybe I can get that Thor on the outside, because as you can see, it is pretty low HP right there. There we go. That Thor is going to die. Now we can probably kill this, or this is the last orbital, you can tell. Okay, so he doesn't have another base over here. The reason why you can tell is because those SCVs are AFK. They're not mining to a new base. Does have 1 Thor, so we're going to be a little careful here. Now just wait until I have blink, so I can blink on top of it, basically. That was a move command. He went for the pylon. Let's dodge that Widow Mine with a blink. There we go. That's going to die. The Thors died at the front. No GG is called, and we have done it. 3-3 against 1-1 at the end, but at some point we had 3-3 against 0-0, so that's a new record, and that is literally a record that cannot be broken. Let's see, when was it? When did this 1-1 finish? Let's see. I swear I saw it, right? Or did I maybe click on the wrong unit or something? Okay, so this is when my 3-3 is going to start. He definitely... Oh, he had it already. No, I just... Okay, never mind. I lied to you guys. Maybe I just clicked on an SCV or something, or Widowmine or whatever. Actually, Widowmine should have armor, so I'm not quite sure. But there you go. Okay, first of all, a really cool strategy by the opponent. Second of all, the worst strategy for me to go up against, probably some guy that does mass harass into a mech all-in when I'm trying to abuse my upgrades against bio, so that wasn't great. In the end, we still win because of the upgrades. I mean, obviously, I could have done a different build and it would have been better, right, realistically. But here, if we had 1-1 instead of 3-3, I probably don't think we would have won. I mean, you can look at the upgrades here. Freaking 6 Thors and 9 Hellbats against 9 Stalkers and 10 Zealots. Now, I did have a little more money. There was going to be another Warpin over here. But yeah, very, very cool game. And that was the episode with the upgrade rush with Protoss. Once again, a lot of dubs. Looks very, very strong. This game, it actually looked the least strong against Terran, where I expected it to be the strongest. That was because of his weird strategy. Against Zerga was awesome. Against Protoss was surprisingly good. Against Bioterran is also going to be good. And that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys had a fantastic time. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.